Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 240, Pride. We got color pages today with the return of Fat Sakamoto in more ways than one. The last chapter, we got a bunch of matchups between, the Order members and Team Sakamoto. And we opened this chapter with some rando JAA people using a bazooka to take down the helicopter that Sakamoto is on. And they actually managed to hit the helicopter, sending it spiraling. And we cut to Sakamoto's dreamscape as he's talking with a cow in, I guess, Purgatory? Coma Land?
And Coma Land, yes. That's the white space from JJK.
Yeah, where where Sukuna gives them one last emote before they disappear into the abyss. So, he's there with a cow, and he explains that he asks a cow is like, "Can I beat Uzuki and his gang?" And Akao just starts laughing at him. He's like, "How should I know? You're too stupid to be wasting your time worrying about stuff." And he's like, "I'm serious." And she asks him in return, "How was it living an ordinary life?" And Sakamoto explains that, it's been great. And, he's so happy. And he never could have imagined he could have lived this happy life as a hitman, but maybe he's lost his edge because he's just terrified of losing everyone. And he's afraid that it's making him weak. And he says to Akao that maybe he should have never had tasted a regular life. And Akao is like, "That's ridiculous." He's like, "What did you learn? What did you get out of it?" And they say, "You learned and experienced stuff. I never did. And that's your strength." And Sakamoto's like, "Well, how does that help me fight?"
Nah, wait. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. And, Akao says, like, "Listen, Uzuki and I tried to lead regular lives at one point, and we failed. We must have been doing it wrong, but we weren't wrong to try. So win the fight and prove it." And Sakamoto's like, how do I win?" And Akawa's like, "Well, I told you that the more people you care about protecting, the stronger you are." And you say, "You should get going. I'll take care of your wounds for a while." And she actually mentions to him, like, "Oh, by the way, don't worry about the Akao inside of Azuki. He's bugging right now." He's like, that's just a figment of his imagination, He can't even really do evil right, so do something about him. And she tells him to tell her daughter to not worry about revenge and to tell her to have fun, wearing cute clothes and eating yummy food. So, Sakamoto thanks her, and Akao says, "Thank later, pal. Take this." And we cut to the helicopter exploding, and the rando thugs are like, "Whoa, we got him. We killed the main character of the series."
The main character of the series is dead.
Sakamoto Days does explosions very well.
Oh yeah,
he draws them like incredibly well.
Yeah, that's a beautiful explosion. But yeah, everybody's like, "Whoa, they actually blew Sakamoto out of the sky." Shin is just like, "Welcome back." And we get a 2-page spread of Fat Sakamoto rescuing his wife and daughter. And Shin's like, "Wait, he's become fat again? How?" So that's pretty sick. Fat Sakamoto lands, and Torres is immediately on him. He's like, "You're awake. As usual, your timing sucks. Time to go night-night. You ever go night-night?" He pulls out the sandblaster. He tries to shoot him, but then Sakamoto AYOs this sandblaster. And it blows into the sandblaster, exploding the tank and everything on Torres's back. So yeah, that's where the chapter ends. Torres is disarmed at this point. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days chapter 240?
I actually have a few things to say.
Hey.
This is arguably my favorite chapter of the week. I don't know yet. I don't think so.
What?
All right, so I would just say this, right?
It's been a while since Sakamoto won one.
I think first of all, can you imagine this? Sakamoto, wins his matchup. Everyone wins. They one-on-ones. The heroes win. They save the day. And then Sakamoto goes up to Akau's daughter, and he's like, "Yo, listen. By the way, when I was in a coma, I spoke to your mom's spirit, and she said, just get over it. Don't worry about it. Live your life.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, how do you?
It's not even important at all.
Yeah, trust me.
Don't even worry about it. Your mom wasn't even that important.
I mean, I feel like that would turn her into the next supervillain.
Yeah. What did you say about my mom?
Excuse me? Did you really think that was gonna work? And he's like, well, I mean,
I talked to her spirit in my head.
I was in a coma.
And arguably that means I was able to actually talk to her spirit.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Right?
The white space.
Yeah, it wasn't just a coma delusion.
Surely, it wasn't a figment of my imagination.
No, she was actually talking to me. Your mom told you to just fucking live your life, bro. Come on, man up.
Yeah. So I just thought when they added that, one more thing, don't worry about that. No. When she's like, oh, and tell Akira not to worry about her. He basically was like, yeah, all that shit he's talking, just don't listen to him.
Yeah, don't even worry about
him
it.
Up. And my daughter, just tell her
just tell her it's cool.
What?
Just tell her it's all right.
You as her mother didn't think if this really is the actual. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it might be canon that this is a pure delusion. You better not say that shit to her.
Bro, I cannot wait because he is definitely gonna say something. He's definitely just gonna tell her.
She's gonna be trying to put him in a coma every other week now. To say, hey, did you talk to my
tell
mom?
her I said.
Oh, all of that I thought about reading that shit. All right, what else? Okay, so all right. So on a serious note, right? We figured out what Torres meant all them chapters ago. What his power was.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? He was like, "That's your power," and he's like, "What you talking about? It's his experience as a family man."
Yeah, protecting people.
And that's what gave him the ability to, as you said, AO the Sandblaster and destroy the weapon of Torres, the Boogeyman.
Yeah,
because he has been the Boogeyman as of recently. He's kind of been on a
call him the Sandman, bro.
Yeah. So those are my thoughts, man. I don't know. This might.
Come on, man.
Nah.
All right. Brian, what'd you think?
Brian,
it was pretty close for me. I needed when I saw Fat Sakamoto, I'm like, oh, Christian's got to be pogging.
I was going crazy.
Christian was pogging out the wazoo when he saw this shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard this sound, but it was just like, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see.
But yeah, this is honestly probably the best Sakamoto chapter in a while. Not gonna lie, this is really, really fucking good one. Solid story, solid action. Big Sakamoto's back, and I hope he's here to stay. Not gonna lie, Christian was actually cooking when he was saying that he misses.
I'm telling you, that's the whole point of the series. It really is the entire precipice upon the series is built on.
I wonder if they're gonna explain how he became fat, but
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, at the end it doesn't matter.
I literally don't give a shit.
Sakamoto days. You're not really necessarily looking for the most like. This isn't Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Like we don't need an in-depth explanation and like how many fucking kind of restrictions he put on himself to do this.
He made a binding vow to get fat again.
Yeah. I wonder how many of those he had to do. But yeah, I don't have much else to say. Fun chapter.
Oh boy, I also struggled very hard because I think we're all in agreement that I think the next chapter we're talking about is probably the RGC, but this was gas. There comes a point in every, the closing parts of the series where you get the thesis statement of the whole series, and we're getting that now. It's really like telegraphing that, hey, Sakamoto is coming to the end here. But I think it was delivered in a really nice way, even if it is a coma delusion. But it makes sense because this is what Sakamoto's always known, I think, is that his family is his strength and all that stuff. And, he only really got happy when he found his family. So, yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm very happy to see Fat Sakamoto back. It's something I've been pining for because this is what made Sakamoto days so unique. Part of it is just like this Andy Reid character design we got going on here. So, I'm lots to be excited about. It is my second favorite, I guess. This is tough. This is what I hate about the RGC sometimes. Just like, can't we give it to them all? What about this one?
This is definitely my second favorite.
Yeah, it is for sure my second favorite. But yeah, very good series. Great 2-page spread too. I was very excited to see it. Very well timed. I kind of saw it coming. I felt like, actually like towards, the last couple chapters I was thinking, I was like, oh, I feel like he's just gonna, like, part of the journey here is accepting like who he is now, and him reverting back to his younger self is part of, I guess the character development is just, him thinking that he can't protect his family as he is now when that's not the case, where he's even stronger as he is now because of his family. It's there's something deep about like trying to, not accepting yourself as you are now and, trying to revert yourself to what you used to be out of fear. But yeah, I enjoyed this chapter a lot. I'm excited for the next chapter. I want to see some more individual battles though, before we get into Sakamoto doing stuff.